creative friends, it's Eugenia from Paynes Atelier, and today I thought to make a little candle flame. I'm inspired from the Saturday night Orthodox Easter. You know how it is, we're going to the church with all of these lit candles, and they're awesome to look and to try to walk back home with a light. But there is an issue. If you have long hair, then it's a big danger to burn your hair. So I have to tighten up my hair all every year, you know, in a band to make sure that no one's gonna burn my hair. Yeah, it did happen once, that's why. So the lights, the candle lights, it's very, you know, big attraction. I thought I'm gonna have to try to paint a candlelight because they're awesome. So I thought to try something different that I've never tried before. The Stonehenge aqua cold press black watercolor paper, and yeah, I will try to use these ones. I know it is a sample pack. I got it from Jackson's a few years ago, and I've never used it. So I thought to try today and see how I go, and I might get a bigger one if I like it. Now, I need more opaque colors here. So I remember that the Paul Rubens titanium white, it was pretty opaque and good. So I'll try to use that one. And permanent lemon yellow and cadmium orange yellow. So I'll start with those two and two colors, three tubes. The white doesn't consider as a color, and we'll see how we go. So this little sketch is very simple. I have but I will attach it at the description because it might be handy for a reference, or I'm not sure, maybe somebody would like to look at it, to draw their own candles. So I'll put the printable version on at the description. It's very simple though, you can just draw it. And I'm gonna use a really small brush, only my liner today, I think so. And I will start with the white, see how we go. And yeah, this white, it's pretty good. Oh, covers perfectly. If you don't have any watercolor white color that it covers as good, you can use gouache. So the little sketches that I've done it with a watercolor pencil, that will help me too. And of course, I make sure that it is my candle, it is not perfectly straight because it is dripping the melted candle. So as I go, I'm watering my white so it's a little bit more transparent in some areas. Like I want it to fade towards the end. You'll just try not to have a flat white color. We want really opaque where it's the teardrops of the wax coming down, like here at the edges. Normally that's where it is much brighter. And here I have another big teardrop coming down. So basically you try to do it as black and white. Same thing you could do with dry mediums like white charcoal or pastels. It's exactly the same principles. I haven't reviewed still these Paul Rubens tubes. I'm using quite a bit though. I think I'm gonna start doing some reviews for the Paynes watercolors and the Paul Rubens that I have here, but I've been using them quite a bit. I'm enjoying them, I have to admit. I have another teardrop here coming down. And make sure that they're not straight. A little bit wiggly. Yeah, I like it very much how it works with the black and white. This paint, the Paul Rubens white tube, and the black watercolor paper. I think that it would be nice with metallics too, but for the moment I'm making very watery this at the back, so it don't go too much. Okay, this one I will let it dry now, and I will come back in to put a little bit more white at the edge. Okay, now let's go to the flame, and then we'll continue with so the flame. We'll see now how we go, if these watercolors will help me. Or I'm gonna have to get some other aid from other mediums. The covering though, could put thicker pasting the yellow covers. Okay, I'm gonna wait and leave it to dry, and then I will go in with some white. In the meantime, I'll go back to my candle. So I'm creating this a little bit extra white line at the back, because it's the melted white built up, and I just put a little bit extra white here on this big teardrop. Make sure I make it come forward. And it's a bit more brighter than the one at the back. It's a very little tiny painting, so I might just use it for a little card. So this is a little bit too dark, so I'm gonna just put a little bit more very watery white. Paint is still wet, but not as watery as before. It has absorbed a bit. So now that it's still a bit wet, I'm just putting the colors in the order that I want to, so they can blend. We can blend them as much as we want. At this point, they're blendable, but it's controlled. It's not too watery to go plop, and but it's not dry. So you have to time it. make sure that it's you get the right time. And I want it a bit brighter, so I put a little bit more yellow. And a bit white in the yellow to make the color even more brighter. This is a very simple and little painting, but I thought that it's something that everybody has to try to learn that kind of technique and concept, how to make a flame and a candle. It takes only a few minutes to set it up and start it, so it's a good little project to do when you don't have much time in the day to start painting a big painting. And it's a good thing to have in your toolbox when you decide to make a bigger painting, and you say, oh, let's put a candlelight there. You will know how to do it. The most of the paintings that we're doing in this channel, it's this is the purpose, to learn how to attempt smaller concepts like this, and then you can put it together and make your own painting, your own design and composition. That's what will be the aim at the end, to be able to do our own composition and use all of this techniques and ideas and tools. I'll call them tools in my toolbox when I start painting. Yeah, if I want to do a candlelight, yes, I know how to do it. I've done it before. It's not overwhelming. And I'm not gonna experimenting on my big painting how to make that. I'm experimenting now in this small tiny painting, and I still use it. It's perfect for a greeting card. So now that it's a little bit more dried up, not completely dry, but it's not runny, the paint, but it's not dry either. I will go in and I will put as much orange I feel like. Because it's still blending with the yellow and the white, so I won't get any hard lines. I'm still getting that fiery sensation. Same now, we'll go with my yellow to make it a little bit more brighter. And right at the end, I will go and try to make the halo around the flame. So I do allow a little bit yellow to go outside of my flame on my line. So my next the next thing that I'll do is to go with my clean white brush. That's at the outside. And just create a really soft edge without changing the shape of my flame. And those little lines that they were outside, they will give that kind of sensation. On this side it's a little bit too yellow. I'm gonna just go in and try to remove a little bit of this yellow, and I'll add a little bit white in the watery. Now this because it's the water is gonna drag some pigment from the center of from the flame, and it will spread it around, and when it dries up it will still be not as bright as it looks now, but it will have the that kind of, how can I say it, like very transparent. Oops, it's too much. I have to be careful not to put too much pigment. If you put too much pigment, that's okay. Just wash your brush and spread your pigment or remove it. Okay, I think I will wait to dry a little bit before I go in and as it's still like this, you can always, if it's not a lot or it's not very watery, you can try to push your pigment back to closer to your flame. You have to remember the concept that the water is the vehicle for the pigment to spread. So really you need to be able to control that vehicle. Now on this side, I don't have enough kind of. Okay, I just put a little bit yellow. Let's make sure that it's spreading. Now closer to where it's burning, the flame is more yellow, so we'll add a little bit more. Here we go. It's a little bit broken. Just have to add a little bit. And once we have done this, we can just go around with creating like a circle, almost a circle, an oval. With water. And we get very, 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 very watery pigment. It's a bit too much, so I'll put a little bit pigment and then I'll just go in and with a clean brush and just push it around. You can spread it just to create a little glow. And we're trying not to disturb the halo, which I did here. Just fix it a little bit. That's it. Now, what I didn't haven't organized yet is get a little dark pigment to here for the burning fitilaki. How it's I'm not sure how to say it in English. The thread anyway that is burning here in the candle. Now if you feel like, you can actually create at the background some more little lights like this, so it indicates more candles in the distance. So first we put we wet our background, and then you would just drop some pigment in there. So now all of a sudden we have a lot of more candle lights at the background. Some smaller, some bigger. And I think that's it. I'm not going to do any more of that. No, there's a good chance I'm going to ruin it. What do you think? At the end, I always think something. I just think that I feel this cloud to be a little bit stronger. You need to be fast. You know, once you put it on your wet paper, you need to be fast to make sure that it doesn't dry like that once you put your pigment. So you go in quickly and spread it the way you want to. And that is for sure. Now I'm gonna stop touching it because I will ruin it at the end. So, creative friends, hope that you enjoy this little candlelight painting. I always put my initials, you know me. That's what I made today, and there I am. I chose to do it white. I could do it yellow too, but I don't want the attention to go on my signature, on my initials. So I'll do it white, and the only warm area is the actual flame. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you learned something from this little tutorial today, please don't forget to like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. We're gonna be making lots of different paintings. We're gonna be reviewing lots of things. We're going to using different materials like color pencils, pastels, gouache at some stage, but mainly it will be watercolors. So yeah, please do subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. This allows you to get a notification every time we upload a little video. And the cool part about the notifications is that you actually see what kind of video it is, what the theme, the actual medium that I'm using. And if you're interested, you can come and watch it. Otherwise, if you're not interested, you wait for the next one. But yeah, they're pretty handy because if you find what interests you, yeah. So thank you again for watching me, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Oh, at my next video. Till then, be happy, be creative, and keep painting. Bye for now.